Hey YouTube, welcome to another Skip from Tarkov video. Today's video is a follow-up to the Scav loot run video I uploaded 6 months ago when the Lighthouse map first dropped. It was a guide to a loot route I was running through the road camp on Lighthouse, which was so much fun and literally making me millions of roubles. That video now has over 425,000 views, which is crazy, but there's been some significant changes to both the buildings in the camp and the rogue spawns and their behaviour. This video is part of an educational commentary mini-series that I've recorded that will not only show you all of the loot routes in the camp, it will also talk you through how I decide which routes to take, when to cut and run, and when to push in for more loot. Basically a live commentary of my thought process across different scav runs as they happen. The camp is actually even more fun now, and free loot potential is huge. Before we jump in, I want to give you an overview of the Lighthouse map and specifically the rogue camp. That way when I talk about the rogue's positioning, different buildings and possible dangers along the way, you'll have a map guide to refer back to. The rogue camp is on the north side of the map and is a large open area with 3 main buildings on the north, west and east side, which are numbered 1 to 3. The 3 buildings now have multiple rooms inside that can be accessed which were previously locked, and all 3 roofs can be accessed via stairs on the outside. I've marked here the position of the rogue turrets on the roofs of the buildings in red with their general field of view. Bear in mind they can see and shoot you from one side of the camp to the other if you're in their viewing angle. We have 2 on building 1, 3 on building 2 and 1 on building 3. We also have 2 stationed at the front of the camp near the road facing the bridge. On top of this, the orange dots shown around buildings 1 and 3 are where up to 3 rogues can spawn on the ground, around and inside these 2 buildings. Importantly, they do also roam a little away from these 2 buildings, and I have seen them climb up onto the roofs of the buildings they spawned by if engaged. The interesting change here though is that not all the rogues will spawn every raid. This can sometimes lead to easy opportunities to loot for free once you know what to look and listen for. Finally, there is a very small chance the new goon squad bosses will spawn in the camp. I haven't seen them in about 100 raids, but I assume they would just rush you if they see you, so good luck with that. The last thing worth showing you is a map of the 4 potential extracts you will need to escape from. I'll talk about more of this during these raids when planning our extracts. Okay, let's jump into our first raid. I hope you like the format, and I'll edit in some maps info as we go, just so you can track where we are. I'm hoping this kind of educational commentary approach will not only give you a much more detailed overview of the loot routes, but also what to do in different circumstances in real time as they arise. Hopefully all this gives you the best chance to increase your success rate and max out your loot hauls. Okay, so we spawned over on the west side of the map by the beach. 27 minutes to go. We do have industrial zone as the extract, and we have a hunter, silence hunter. We can stop some bleeds. We have to be careful. What was the time again? 27 minutes, so still going to be PMCs about. Could be one up there. It's a bit dangerous to be looting these areas, even though you can find some good industrial spawns there. So we're just going to head to the road camp. If I'm going to die as a scav, I'd rather die early here. Whenever I spawn in within the first sort of 15 minutes of a raid. So I'm not going to take too many precautions getting to this point. Obviously once we get deeper into it and I get some loot, I'll definitely be a bit more cautious. But you know, if there's a PMC just sitting here, then we'll give it a best shot, but we've got no armour. Ammo's okay, we'd have to hit him at least 3 times in the chest. Right, first thing first, we're heading across the water here rather than going across the bridge. A lot of people ask this, but the rogues, if they're activated, can shoot you straight away on the bridge when you get to, you know, around here on the actual bridge side. So the first thing we're doing is check in here. Now that rogue's down, so he's either dead or he's been disturbed. Always assume that they're still alive when you approach. We have to be mindful of any players that might be up on these rocks or just drop down below. Would you believe some PMCs like to just camp this extract and camp this area because they know scavs are going to come along? Heaven forbid. But literally by this time I would expect most PMCs to be well on their way. Okay. So we need to check for the one on the roof here on this turret. That's the first port of call. He's down, so that gives us some access to the ones on the front. We also now have to check here. You can get roaming rogues. They could even be running around here. So because this guy's not on his turret and that guy's not on his turret, we're gonna come around the front rather than the back. Gotta be careful here. You have to assume there's a rogue up. So that's probably a scav that tried to come across the bridge, by the way. There obviously could be players here as well. We want to loot that rogue. If a player's here, he'll know we're here already. Now that rogue's gone as well. Okay, so we have to take a risk here. See if we can get this guy's loot. Okay, looks like he hasn't been looted. Which is brilliant. That's a complete upgrade for us straight away. That's exactly what we're doing here. Grab the armour. We can lose both of those. We now got some armour. That gun will stop moving. Got a really nice backpack. Really good start. Get rid of the bandage now. We use that for bleeds. We won't need to take that. They used to have more grenades in this fourth slot, so it's a bit of a shame. I wouldn't be surprised if this is BP ammo. BT ammo, sorry. Which is great, which means realistically we've got something to deal with PMCs. I'm just having a little look across to see if I can see any movement before we move. This is our biggest concern right now, if there's still a rogue on that roof, but it's very quiet. And we are nearly halfway through the raid, so I'm going to do a quick check here, but we don't want to get shot up here. There we go, it's worth the check. Procure and a vertex. Okay. Because it's so quiet, I'm tempted to come in here and see if we can loot this guy. The problem we've got is I don't know... Oh, okay, hang on. Definitely take the headset. I mean, we could take the EMAC, honestly. Just use it for storage. And an extra win for now. What have we got? This one. I think I saw another guy here dead as well. No, it spins. Alright. Now this is much more risky. I definitely want to loot down here. But we don't know where the other rogues are on these roofs and things. That guy looks like he's there. If you can see, that looks like a rogue up there. So he could start shooting at us at any point if we try to loot this. But because the camp is so quiet, I think it's worth the risk. Okay, he's not here. So it's possible that was the one there that we just looted. Let's just get away from here. There obviously is other loot here. Let's try the technical crate. Military tube. Okay, so great loot, but absolutely going to kill us if we try to... I mean, look at us. It's a shame, but we can make more money at this stage by looting. Another pro kill here. This is another box you want to check, obviously. I checked back on that little metal desk there. There's another one here. There we go, BPX. Okay, we're now starting to get into some serious money. We've got 2 lots of gears. I mean, we could have dropped that and took the military battery, but I think we can get more. Not being greedy. We've got a load of BT ammo as well. Just got to be really careful now. We're getting heavy. Probably not the smartest box to loot, but apparently we're in the money today. Can get some good attachments, and there's a gold spawn here. This is the last place we're going to check in here, and then check that box. Now there is a chance of repair kits in this little container next to us, but I want to get out of the main area. But still, by the looks of it, this has not been hit this side. There's lots of good spawns for us to check. Do have to be careful of possible rogues here. One of the reasons it could be quiet is because rogues have been killing everyone. So, really important to be careful here. Usually they'll start shouting at you before they'll start shooting at you. And by now the ones on the roof would have already been shouting at us. So we've got spawns here, multiple good spawns. Now they're all gone, which means somebody may have just come through here and looted without going in the road camp. We can see a spark plug there. We're checking for Tetris, multiple spawns here. Can be graphics cards. Much rarer nowadays, but can be. I'm moving slower than I normally would here, just because we've already got a decent amount of gear. I absolutely want to check across these metal walkways, graphics cards, Tetris, faces. I mean, that is worth nowadays. I think it's about 17k. Shame about the military battery. I mean, in theory, we, as I say, we could have dropped the rig, but that's given us storage as well. So nice hose action now. We'll take all of that. If we were towards the end of the raid and we was thinking of bailing quite quick, then I probably would have took the tank battery there, because we'd be getting out. But I feel like there's a lot more loot to get here. I'm going to be greedy. Again, checking for Tetris and things like that along this area here. There is more rooms and things to check in here, but again, I'm going to be just looking for high value spawns right now. So anywhere where there's a desk, there we go, GP coin. Anywhere where there's a computer with a desk inside this whole camp, any of these rooms are worth checking. That's not the one I'm in. Alright, we've now got to be careful of rogues on the other side. I think this guy is still on his turret. Can't really see from here. He would be right there, which causes a problem if we want to loot the roof for rogues. I'm going to check this box, and we've got a decision to make. Okay. Alright, so just evaluate what we got. I just want to take a second to say a huge thank you to everyone supporting the channel as we close in on 10k subs. Liking videos and leaving comments helps much more than you probably realise. If anyone is looking to get more involved with the community or just needs some help in-game or advice, I now run free Sherpa days 3 times a week. Jump on the Discord, link below for all the info, dates and times. I mean, there's 1, 2, 300, 400, good ammo. I mean, we've probably made 500k already, somewhere in the region of. So if we try to hit this roof and this rogue is still up, there's a good chance he lasers us down. The alternative is to head over here and either try and kill him and then head back. He's very hard to see because of the blackness of that. I'm going to take a chance and move in. You don't have to do this. I think we've got industrial zone gates, so we can actually extract from here. We have to be careful of rogues roaming around. I actually think he's not there. So I just waited for the airdrop to finish there because I couldn't hear myself think, let alone talk. So I decided that because he's not there, there's a good chance that all of these rogues are dead. They're not shouting at us. And we're inside. I can hear some sort of movement. So our extract is right next to us here. So I'm half trying to make a lot of money and half being very careful of what is moving. It may just be a player scav, but it could also be a player. It could also be a rogue. Any of that box there, high value spawn. Always check these shelves. Find a lot of kek tape and dry fuel and things like that on here. I feel like there's someone on the roof. We're geared up enough to have a fight if we have to. We've got some armor. Got BT ammo. So I'm just going to hit these technical crates in here. Check a value spawn, and then we'll decide if we hit the roof. I've got to be honest, at this stage, I got the feeling, my gut feel is that a lot of these rogues have been sniped and nobody's come down to loot them, based on what I'm seeing. And that just makes me want to go and loot them. Because we're so close to extract, I think we'll hit building 2 of all the buildings, which is this building. So we're checking all of these computer tables. I've found iridiums here. Again, there is other loose loot around here. You could knock yourself out. I like to check the ammo crates and pick up some nice ammo here sometimes. Not that time. There's a gold spawn on that shelf there. Okay. I think it's roof time. Although there's not a turret guy here, he's facing the other way. We have to be mindful of players. I'll be gutted if the rogues are just sitting up here and being quiet. Or if a player's still around here sniping. We do have to be careful though. There could be at least one, especially the guy in the turret here could be alive and just not saying anything. Okay. This is where we start to win. This is where the sort of chance, taking a chance can pay off. I could do with a slightly bigger bag. This sometimes can be BP ammo. So we'll just check. It's PS. We don't really need to take the ammo. It's worth a little bit, but I've got a feeling these rogues are dead as well. So this is where it comes down to kind of experience. Like a feeling of what the noises are when you reach the camp. There's a high value spawn in here. Some good attachments on here. Actually feels like somebody's been in this bit, but our biggest danger now is actually if this guy didn't look like he was up. This guy can just be sitting here. He's a bit of a pain. He just sits there behind this cover. You've got to be a little bit careful. Or at least ready to shoot him. Okay. Okay, he's dead over there. This guy's going to be dead as well. Okay, we're going to be making some money. So we can upgrade to level 5 armor there. That's definitely worth. I would actually prefer this rig than that. Bit more space in here. It's a better rig. We'll take that, level 5, and then we'll just fill this back up. Got to be conscious of time as well. Like that. Spark plug will keep. So we've just got the BT ammo. We'll keep those mags for now. We really don't need them. We're not going to be able to take all of this. I assume this is just PS ammo again. Get rid of one. We're going to leave soon because we're going to be heavy. So we'll take that, that, and that. We're not going to bother searching his pockets because we've got this one to get as well. And as you can hear, we're getting fat. I love the getting the M4s. Got lots of good attachments. Anything else not worth taking here? I mean, maybe that. That's worth more. It's going to give us the same space. Okay. So I think we just take the attachments again here. And then we'll take the M4 instead. We'll take the grenades. Okay. Now we do have room for more. If we want to be greedy, have a little bit more room. See what ammo we got? Oh wow, okay. Okay. Time to leave this raid. We are proper heavy. We're full of 855A1. If I had a painkiller, I would literally take it now. We're going to be really slow here, obviously. But our extract is literally right next to us. I'm not even going to check building 3, just because of how heavy we are. And we really would be tempting fate.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Okay, so I know what you're thinking. Why on earth did Lone pick a raid that he didn't even survive in to show you how to loot the rogue camp? Well, because honestly, that's just the reality of the game. Sometimes things just happen you can't control and you get Tarkoved. For instance, to have a PMC holding an angle that I couldn't see, that late in a raid whilst I bound down the stairs completely overweight, so at the point he shoots me I can't move. I drop to the grass as I have no cover in an attempt to drop my bag to run for cover and get instantly headshot by the spray into the grassy patch covering us. There literally is sometimes just nothing you can do in those situations. But that doesn't take away from the quality of the loot and how we went about getting it. Because next time all that series of events won't happen and we'll get out with the fat loot. If you watch the rest of the upcoming episodes over the next week or so, I'll teach you everything I've learned. For now though, thanks for watching and take care.